Hi, and welcome to our Sacred Journeys. My name is Reverend Donna, and I'm looking forward to sharing a message with you today. We have been talking about the movies Frozen and Frozen 2, and tonight is our last night wrapping up Frozen 2. And I have been spending quite a bit of time taking a look at the movie and figuring out how it applies to me spiritually, as well as how it might be an invitation to all of us for this opportunity for healing and for transformation. We're also in the midst of Lent. For those of us who practice Lent, where we are practicing letting go of something and stepping into and renewing something else. And one of the things I wanted to talk about in the movie in Frozen 2 is the forest. I don't think I've touched on it very much in the last few weeks, but the metaphysical meaning of a forest is it's an opportunity. It represents an opportunity for change, for transformation, for transitions. And if you even think about the times Olaf is kind of implying that when he's talking about transformation and change and how he'll understand when things better when he's older. I think many of us, I know for myself, I have felt that way. So when we are thinking about an enchanted forest or a forest in general, for those of us who love nature, it is a time of transformation for me. When I'm able to spend time in nature, I am reminded of the beauty of God. I'm reminded of the vast variety of different trees and flowers and animals and insects, even though I don't like those. I know they're there. And all of that comes together to create this forest. So in our own lives, with that spiritual essence of change and transformation, that's the one thing that will always evolve is change. Ernest Holmes felt that we evolve at the top, that we are continually evolving. There's evolution, that we're not staying stagnant. He taught that in the concept of immortality. He talked about the eternality of the soul. He talked about the variety of ways that spirit shows up through in each and every one of us, because the infinite dwells deep within each and every one of us, and we are all different. There is something different within all of us, and yet we come together to create together, to live together, to laugh together, to love together. And yes, there's conflict and disagreements as well, and there's that opportunity for transformation. As you noticed in the film, if you've seen it, both Anna and Elsa, even Olaf and Kristoff, they all have their individual journeys. They come together to support each other, but at different points in the movie, they all are off on their own. Kristoff is separated from Anna. Anna and Elsa are on their own journeys. Olaf experiences death and then rebirth. Sorry if you've never seen the movie, I just gave away something, but it's a huge opportunity to experience the grieving process. And at the same time, they're all trying to do what they feel called to do, what they feel is right. There's a song in the movie called The Next Right Thing, and that's different for each of us. But Anna felt like she had to do what was the next right thing in a particular part in the movie. Elsa did the same thing. Kristoff, even Olaf, they all had this individual journey yet collective journey together. And another core piece of the movie is the dam. And a dam can represent many different things. It can be creating a wall or a barrier. It can be something that's helpful, and it's something that could be hurtful. You know, we have dams that help with water and different things, but if we have a dam within ourselves and we set up this barrier and this wall, are we truly having an experience of living life? Are we truly having that opportunity to step into our power? It's another powerful part of the movie is stepping into your own power. It's about recognizing the individuality of who you are. and answering the call. My talk title today is Answering the Call. We've gone from the journey within to answering the call. And in order to answer the call, there are certain things we need to do to be able to do that successfully. And that includes having the confidence to saying yes. When the universe provides an opportunity, do we kind of let our light dim, or do we step into it trusting that we will be guided and supported along the way? Just like Anna and Elsa and Kristoff and Olaf, they all had, and Sven, they all had that supportive network together. They were there for each other in the moments where it was really needed, yet they had the opportunity to walk their own individual journeys as well. Even the trolls play a part in that, where they're supportive and they're helping, and there's that opportunity for an encouragement of strength and courage, and to do what's next, the next right thing. When I answer the call that's coming forth from within me, I'm answering that divine call. I'm answering that divine guidance. I'm answering that light that is God expressing itself through and as me. When I break that dam, whatever that barrier is within me, I'm breaking through something. Maybe I've set up a fear of public speaking, or a fear of moving from student role to teacher role. Many of us feel more comfortable in a student role where we're learning, we're gathering information, we're filling our toolbox, whether it's a spiritual toolbox, a grief toolbox, engineering toolbox, whatever it is we feel called to, how we feel called to serve in the world. We're busy creating that toolbox. Sometimes it's appropriate to start using those tools, to trust that we have the knowledge and the wisdom and the guidance from within and without, from all of our connections, our teachers, our classes, our studies, whatever it may be, to step out into the world and to start saying yes. That's a powerful place to be. And when I can step into my own power, it's not necessarily being an egotistical or a narcissistic place, but when I can step into my own power, I'm stepping into saying yes to my life. Somebody reminded me earlier this week that you can't win the lottery if you don't buy a ticket. Well, if you don't buy a ticket to life, are you truly stepping in and living it? And by buying a ticket to life means different things for different people. So I'm going to encourage you to think about what that might mean for you to buy a ticket to life. Or are you going to be on the as a bystander on the sidelines and just watching? Or are you going to engage in life? And there's fear for that as well. And just like Anna thought that both Elsa and Olaf were gone, that they had died, she still did what she felt she needed to do. And Elsa at the end says, "You saved me again." They were working together, and sometimes that working together doesn't feel like we think it's going to, or look the way we think it's going to. Anna thought she could only help Elsa if they were together, and yet they were separate, and that's how they were helping each other. Elsa couldn't have done what she did in the movie without Anna being where she was. And Anna couldn't do what she did if Elsa wasn't where she was at as well. They both were in their perfect places, even though it didn't feel right to Anna. The other line that I really loved in the movie was a line that Olaf said. He was talking about one thing he realized was permanent. And he feels that it is love. And I agree. Love is permanent. It doesn't always show up or feel the way we think it should, whether it's divine love, interpersonal love, self-love, whatever we're talking about in this moment, however you're defining love, it's permanent. It might change shape or form or feeling, but love is there. The divine expressing itself through us is love. The love that we have for one another, the love we have for spirit, is an opportunity to transform how we see the world, how we interact with one another. And the other part that I loved about the movie was when Elsa and Anna are talking about the bridge. How Anna felt that Elsa was the bridge. And in a way, she was a bridge between the forest and Arendelle. She became one of the spirits. But she said that but Elsa said a bridge has two sides. And that their mom had two daughters, so that they were both needed. And they were going to do this together. A bridge is a connection to one another. A bridge will connect two things that maybe couldn't be connected without this bridge. Especially now in our world, how can we show up as a bridge? How can we bridge the love, the compassion, the connection, the peace in our world with one another? I truly believe we can all be that bridge. I'm going to invite us, and as we come to a close tonight, I'm going to invite you to step into your power, to remember to love. Keep your heart open. Another part that Elsa referred to was fear can't be trusted. And I know I've talked about that in the past, but fear will keep us stuck. It may keep us from moving forward. It may keep us from opening our heart. It may keep us from trusting if we've been hurt. What if we can let go of that fear and renew our sense of love and compassion and grace in the world and be that bridge between us and others, and to recognize the divine is expressing itself through us, as us. As I close in prayer, I give thanks and recognize and know that there is only God. There is light, there is peace, there is grace. There is that infinite presence that we know as God. I recognize and know that I am one, and God, I know this is the truth for all of us. And that as I let go of that which no longer serves, I open my heart, mind, and arms to receive that greater good, to step into my power and be that greater good, and recognize and know that even if I don't understand it, transformation is always unfolding. That I say yes to life, that I'm grateful for the infinite wisdom that guides me in every moment. It is the divine having its way within, through, and as me. How grateful I am to know this truth. How grateful I am to step into this power, the divine. Open my heart. Allow the love to flow in and out, connecting each and every one of us, just like that bridge connects Arendelle and the enchanted forest. That I am grateful for this truth. As I release my word into the law, I know it is done. Grateful for that higher idea. I say, thank you, Spirit. And so it is. Thank you for listening. May you have a blessed week. Next month, I'll be talking about children's fairy tales and some of the spiritual meanings behind them and how they may relate to our current day now. Many blessings.